Cool. We are recording. All right, team. It is my first kind of time introducing the lock-in rather than chucking you in the deep end and just saying, hey, let's go and get going on the Monday. So what I'm going to do is just make this video. This will be kind of good actually for me to have because I'll chuck this on my YouTube channel. So any future lock-ins, then people can have a look and see what is going to happen on the next couple of like days, weeks, and stuff like that, and also how to manage the app because that could be a little bit too much as well. So what we'll do is we'll just crack on through that. If you've got any questions, there is a chat within the Google Meet, so feel free to add anything in there. Just saying, kind of like write down a question. I might not be able to see it during myself chatting, but what I can do is I can then look back at it during our Q&A, or it might be a good place for you to jot down the question that you had on mind, and then we'll address it at the end and make sure we cover everything, making sure everything is crystal clear on where we go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that this works. Got an arrow here, so hopefully it should work. So lock in January 2026, first thing. Cool. So first of all, it's welcome. So welcome to the lock-in. This is the second one. The one before Christmas went really well. It kind of hit the nail on the head on the style of training that I'm going for when it comes to my personal training. I'm not really a let's drop the number on the scales kind of guy, unless you came to me and said that is your goal, of course. But I do love that moment where people realize that actually the scales are a pretty boring way to set your goals. So, for example, I had a numerous couple of people do the lock-in and they didn't lose much weight, but their body composition changed. So they gained a lot of muscle, lost a lot of body fat, and he got a lot stronger during the lock-in and the training, which is kind of what I want everyone to focus on. The scales literally could be manipulated by so many things. So as you can see, it just says it's like a 6-week. It's not a 6-week punishment, which a lot of people see as challenges. And I'm going to put my hand up. I have done in the past, kind of like, because as a trainer, that's like what you get told. Like everyone wants this. Everyone needs this deck. You've got to run one of these. And, you know, I've done them in the past and it's been great. Like boot camps, I think I've called them boot camps in the past, transformations and stuff like that. And I think as I've definitely grown older and had a lot more experience when it comes to PTs. I've noticed that actually people gaining muscle, getting stronger is a lot more fun than, oh, let's see what the scales tells about me this week kind of thing. So what it is, lock-in is going to be 6 weeks. It's going to be structured. The strength is going to come first, and we're going to make sure that we focus on the coaching and the accountability. So I've missed my whole intro already. I had this all written down. So my name's Declan. I run Ward Active Personal Training. And the whole point of the lock-in is simple. It helps you get consistent with strength training, feel confident with what you're doing without living your life around the scales. So today is not a lecture. It's a walkthrough. So you know what to do first, what to focus on week to week, how to use the app, and what to expect from me and what I need from you. And then we'll go on to a Q&A at the end. All right. Magical. Okay. So what is the lock-in? So first, what the lock-in is a structured plan that tells you exactly what to do when you walk into the gym. So it's going to be great for people that have just started, some people that are already there and just need some structure. But there are so many things that like lock-in isn't just workouts. It's not just, hey, Deck, I need a bunch of workouts to keep me busy. You could achieve a lot in 6 weeks when it comes to just achieving to go to the gym or increasing your sessions from 1 to twice a week, or writing down what you're doing at the gym. There's so many different levels of fitness in this lock-in as well. You've got people that just want to get into the gym, want to record their details and their lifts and their weights that they're lifting, and then start noticing that they're getting stronger week by week. So just an element of seeing progress. So you're going to get coaching and accountability, so you don't have to guess. So when it comes to the weekly check-ins, that is new to this lock-in. I thought this would be a good add-on. Of course, there's a bit more workload, but I'll make it work. It's going to be one of those things where we're going to do a check-in, not as in-depth as I do with my Onward guys, But what it's going to be like a quick little form that you fill out. And then I will address some things that you bring up in the form through like a voice chat, if you're happy with a voice chat, or through a quick video message. And then we will actually get everyone together, kind of like what I've got here, and we'll have a group chat and bring up some things I've seen pop up. There's always going to be something that's like, it'll keep popping up. More than one person has said something, and then that's what we address. But it's just a great area or time, like 30 minutes, where we can chat and start thinking, okay, cool, what did week 1 do? What do we focus on week 2 and stuff like that? And what a lock-in is a focus on strength, muscle, and confidence. What it isn't is a punishment 6-week shred, which I'm sure I've called one of them before. It's not all about perfect weeks. Like, I'm not expecting you to be like an angel 24/7 for 6 weeks. I don't want you to think like, oh my God, I didn't hit all the ticks. I didn't eat salads. Like, I'm not about that. I don't want perfect weeks going to be as like your priority of the 6-week challenge. Okay. I want you to turn up. I want you to do your best. I want you to get in the gym. I want you to lift some weights. I want you to start getting some momentum going. That's the whole point of the lock-in. And a plan where you need motivation every day. So it's not going to be like, this is not what it is. So it's not going to be a plan where when it comes to you waking up in the morning, you're like, oh God, I need motivation to go to the gym. What we're focusing on, what we can do, small things, and keep it going every day to keep building momentum, and also to just keep it going, even if it's after the lock-in, that you've put some things in place that you can continue with afterwards. So the goal is repeatable weeks. So if you can do the basics consistently, you'll get results. Long story short. Moving on. All right, the app. Okay, so most of you are on the app. There's, I think, 2 people that have joined that aren't familiar with it. So I will go through it quickly, just to make sure that you're familiar with all the pictures. And I've took a couple of screenshots, so hopefully you can see all this. So the app walkthrough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover where to find the workouts, how to log sets and reps, where your habits and nutrition targets are, and where to message me or get help. Okay. So when you get the app, you'll get your login profile. It's this screen here. Hopefully you can see me waving over it. It's this first one here. At the top, you've got your calories. It actually has here. So I think this is Leslie's. She's a in-person client. She has all of her macronutrients. As the lock-in, I just want you guys to focus on your calories and proteins for now. Okay. So you have your nutrition up here. You'll see your meals added once you do add them to try and hit your targets and your goals and stuff like that. You can see your nutrition if you go down into your goals, or if you just select that nutrition tab there, you'll go straight through to it. It'll kind of come up exactly how MyFitnessPal will, and you can use this app to log your meals like MyFitnessPal does. So if you haven't got MyFitnessPal, you can use the app. Should be exactly the same. It's got the barcode scanner and everything like that. So less subscriptions. So here you've got a newer feature for the app. I think the past couple of months this came out. It's a track water. So usually I used to have to set people goals and say, look, I want you to drink X amount of water. But there is a tab here now. So you track your water. Your goal is either probably 1.5 liters or 2 liters of water a day. Then you'll have other things. So green is going to be your cardiovascular, kind of like your cardio activity. And then your blue is going to be your workouts. And they will be on here, kind of like a to-do list on each day. And you can see the calendar at the top of the screen. So all your kind of do this today stuff will be on this dashboard. You have your little tabs on the bottom. So you've got a homepage, your calendar, your workouts, your goals, your nutrition tab, and kind of like your profile picture. Profile tab, so you can go back in and edit things. So some people might want to go onto there and change maybe their units, so from kilos to pounds, or you want to use kilos, to be fair, and also like heights and stuff like that, measurements and distances as well. So another thing on this page is this plus button. So this yellow plus button at the bottom right. You click that to add something to that day. So it's going to be, you can add in your cardio. It will actually be pulled over from any smartwatch if you sync them, so you don't need to add the cardio. All you need to do is just make sure you start it and obviously stop it, and then it will track it, and then it will pull it all over to here. So that will pop up too, kind of like here. I think actually that does for Leslie because she's got Garmin, which can be synced up. But on this plus, you can add a workout activity. You can add your body stats, which I want you to start doing. So looking at girth measurements, as in taking measurements of your body, your pictures, front, side, and back, and stuff like that. We'll go through check-ins and stuff in a minute. So if you press that workout button at the bottom, you will come to this slide. So the next one across. So you can see here at the top, she's got her own personal workouts. But for you guys that are doing the lock-in alongside your programming, you will have it underneath. And this is kind of like your add-on kind of area. And this is where all your lock-in 5th of January workouts will be. And there are a lot. There's a lot more than the guys had before Christmas. There's a lot more. I've made it a bit more easier to find as well. So at the start of the workout, it'll say like muscle, so kind of like a bodybuilding muscle building program, or strength, so it'll be more strength focused. It'll be lower reps, so you can kind of spend more time lifting more weights and not expending more energy by doing lots of reps and trying to lift more weight on that one. So there's so many different formats of workouts from there that you got loads to choose from. You can even create your own. I can show you that on the WhatsApp group chat. I haven't got that saved on here, but it's quite straightforward. Or as Maria has done, she's asked me for a new workout, saying like, hey, could you add, I quite like this workout, can you add this to my workouts? And it just takes me about 2 minutes to just write up and put in there. So Maria, you're on this chat now, just to let you know those workouts are on there for you. So when you select a workout here, it'll come up like this. So it'll say what the exercise is, an estimated time. I'm going to be honest, it does think that you're rushing through it. It might say estimated 42 minutes. It might take 50 to an hour. So feel free to miss some exercises, or don't worry if you don't finish it. And definitely don't think like if you don't do it in 42 minutes, you've done something wrong. I think the estimation is obviously not taking into account of taking the plates off, loading the weights, going from machine to the other, drinking water. Maria might come over and chat, so you might have to chat for half an hour. So it doesn't take into account all those things that might pop up. So don't look into too much of that. But it does, what I quite like saying, is show the equipment that you'll need. So sometimes I can create a workout that is just dumbbell only, or barbell only, and it will have at the top what stuff you'll need, okay? So you can see here you've got your list of exercises. Sometimes it will be set as supersets. So that means where you go from exercise A into exercise B without a rest, but then you rest after you've done the whole superset. When you press this, so that's add to today. So that's when you press the plus button and you can add that to today. If you select it from here or from your calendar, it will say start workout, and then it will bring up this screen here, which will show you where you log your reps and your weight. So for example, this one here, machine leg extension, 3 sets of 10, testing my eyesight there. So on here, I put 3 sets. I'd do first set is here. I'd say I've done 10 reps, and then I'll write what weight I've done. And I can also look here. Obviously, new people to the app, you won't see anything, but you will see what you did last time. Gives you an idea of what weights to kind of start around. If you need a warm up, then I would do a little bit lighter than this and then get onto that weight as soon as you can. Or if you see like this recording, so if this was like a 3 sets of 12, and this is definitely Leslie, she did 3 sets of 12 at 30 kilos, that probably shows you that you've got the hang of 30 kilos now. It's probably time to maybe add like a 2.5 kilo adjustment to that exercise. So you can see here's a machine seated leg extension. What you would do is just maybe put 2.5, and then maybe on the last set have a go at trying to do that last set with extra weight. So you can use that previous stats as kind of like a kick up the butt, like, hey, look, I've mastered the 30 kilo now. I've done all 3 sets of 30 kilo. Let's try and do the next weight. And that should be kind of like your green light. When you see something like that, that's when you should go up. If it was like 12, 10, and 8, when it's meant to be 3 sets of 12, you know that obviously you haven't really mastered it 30 kilo yet. Be patient, enjoy it. Honestly, it'll make it more enjoyable, and that you'll celebrate it more once you get those 3 sets of 12. Just stick with the weight and try and aim for getting those 3 sets of 12 before adding more weight. If you select the actual exercise, so if you click somewhere around here, you'll bring up this screen. It will show a video of the exercise as well as your whole history. I love this screen because this tab here will rotate with stats. It will say kind of like your 10 rep max, your 5 rep max, your 3 rep max, your 1 rep max, but then also your estimated 1 rep max. And that estimated 1 rep max will actually get bigger and bigger as you improve your 10 and your 5. So for example, if you did a 1 rep max deadlift of 50 kilo, but you deadlifted 40 kilo for 10, that estimated 1 rep max will be loads more than 50 because of how well you performed at 40. So it's really good, this stat. So it might say that your 1 rep max is X, Y, and Z. And I don't recommend testing your 1 rep max all the time. That's why it's so important to try the other rep ranges. So see what your 5 rep max is, or see what your 10 rep max is, because you improving those ones will actually improve your estimated 1 rep max, which you know is going to improve your strength, which also you need muscle to improve strength. So you've literally you've focused on something else, which is strength training. And you're like, oh, I'd love to estimate, like build my 1 rep max or my 3 rep max. I love doing that. And in the process of enjoying that as your goal, rather than what the scales say, you've changed your composition by increasing muscle and burning fat while your muscle is there burning it for you. So strength wins, long story short. I'm definitely not following the script now. I knew this would happen. So like, what am I on now? How the program works week to week. So yeah, here's your weekly rhythm. So you always know what's happening. You train your sessions and you log them, which we just covered. You follow the nutrition and habit focus we set. So you'll have your nutrition, which is based on you, because hopefully you filled out your app of your height and weight. And we're going to focus on what calories and protein you should be aiming for. I'll have a personal chat with each one of you. I always love everyone on maintenance to start off with, just so everyone's aware of what they should be eating to maintain their body weight, which means that they sleep well, recover well, and they fuel their workouts well. Because if you work out hard and well and want to push yourself, then that's going to help your body so much more than going in a deficit and wanting to push hard. It just doesn't help, not at all. So you can check in as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to do check-ins on Wednesday. I'm going to be quite strict on check-ins. I kind of am with my onward lot, but I'm going to kind of be the same with you guys. Check-in form is going to be on Wednesday. I need it done by at least the end of Thursday. So you'll literally get like the, hey, fill out your check-in form on Wednesday. And I need it done definitely by Thursday night. If it's not done by Thursday night, unfortunately, you'll miss the opportunity to me to do like a one-to-one with you. Obviously, if I see you at the gym, you could probably get away with asking me a question or like a PT session, stuff like that. But if you want me to help you one-to-one, then please fill out the form, and then I can help one-to-one in my check-in and review with you. When it comes to our weekly group get together, obviously I don't want to be like, focusing on one person. I want to help all of you. I don't want you to kind of bring those kind of questions to those chats. I want those that check-in to be about you and like what you achieved and kind of how we can work on each week at a time. So really make sure when that pops up, you log in as soon as you can. I don't want to be chasing you guys as well. It's not a fun job. So yeah, I'll review it and see just based on what I've looked, what I've seen, what you've logged and everything like that, and what you tell me. So if you ever feel stuck, the answer is usually log it and check in. That's the feedback. Okay, so if you feel stuck, go to the login, check-in, fill it out, and then we go from there. It's a quick fix usually. The last thing I want you to do is obviously to be quiet about this. If you're struggling with something, the group chat's going to be great as well, because you'll say something and either someone's in the same boat and then I address it all together, or somebody has the answer before I even get there. That usually happens. Okay, so you have all the workouts, which is great. Where to ask for help. What I'd recommend, guys, with the help is to ask me on WhatsApp. So don't worry too much about messaging me. The app does have a messenger. What happens is it does get lost a bit. So I'd rather you just WhatsApp me. If it's group chat friendly, of course, and gym related, fitness related, workout related, chuck it in. If it's personal, then you can find my number on that group chat and message me personally. Absolutely fine. I won't bill you. All right. Non-negotiables, yeah. And then expectations. Cool. Okay, so yeah, check-ins. There you go. It was on this slide. So yeah, check-in. Try and do Wednesdays, submit it. Thursday night is your deadline. You will miss out if you don't fill it in. I'm sure you guys will do that fine. Group chat etiquette. This is funny because I wanted some like topics to talk about, and this came up, and I was like, do I bring it up? But yeah, group chat etiquette. So obviously in the group chat, we want to keep it gym related. What I do like is the hashtag wins. So I want you to tell me, like, I literally tell a client, tell me when you've gone to the gym. And they're like, oh, I don't want to annoy you with that. It's like, how are you annoying me with that? I want you to tell me you've gone to the gym. And then another thing is some people don't want to post because they feel like they're affecting others on the challenge, which is understandable. Like, hey, I went to the gym. You might think somebody else that couldn't make it to the gym, they'll feel bad. It won't usually come across that way. If you've made it to the gym, somebody might just want to be training on a different day. Okay, you might motivate them to go. You might be like, as long as you understand that you've got your training sessions in place, you'll get it. Okay, so please don't feel bad celebrating wins. I need you to get used to doing it. It definitely helps. And also hashtag ask. So if you want to ask a question, feel free to chuck that in. The hashtags just help to find all the questions if there is much chat going on. So ask a question and share. If you want to share anything, like people do share that they're going to do the park run on Saturday, and they'll go and people might meet up with people, or share that they're going to the gym and they're up for training with other people. That's always happened as well. So use the group chat as kind of like a area to celebrate wins and to help others and stuff like that. If you feel like you've got like a topic that's like very out of the way, feel free to message me, and we could find a way. So some people wanted to talk about something, so I kind of opened up the floor and said, hey guys, today we're going to talk about like people that struggle with sleep, and then we would chat about that on the group chat, rather than that person coming on saying like my sleep is rubbish, I'm having such a bad time and stuff like that. Rather than kind of going that approach, we turned it into a topic, and then we helped each other out. And that's why those weekly check-ins I thought would be very good, because stuff like that we could bring up and bring to the table and start chatting about how we can improve it for everyone. Okay. Response times, I'm pretty good at response times. I'm always on my phone, which isn't a bad thing. Most people say, or think it's a bad thing, but it's kind of like where my work is. I will respond as quick as I can. The group chat's going to be good because people will hopefully jump on before me. But if not, I will find time to respond. If it is one of those continuous questions, I'm hoping, because the check-in's only on Wednesday, so it's not long until the check-in, it'll come up then, and then I'll address it then at least. And then if something happens between then and the weekend, then the group catch-up will be able to address it then. So there's going to be at least 2 times where I could catch up on something that I haven't missed, but I should be able to respond like literally within that time. Be able to hop on my phone, I'm sure. What happens if they miss a week or go off plan? How to get back on? So this is kind of like for people that some people said they're going away, so like on holiday. feel free to just strip it back to the bare minimums, get your steps in, do some workouts that don't include body weight or equipment, sorry. But the main ones when you go on holiday, it's just a daily movement. So like steps, the hydration, and just good choices. Try and be really good when it comes to what you're drinking, what you're eating. That is literally it. Again, like I said, we're not here to be like 6 weeks of perfect princesses. We're not about that. I'm not. Oh, there's Nikki's lead. But Nikki loves her pictures on here. Results. So what we're looking for is obviously I'd love you guys to be like, whoa, in 6 weeks, massive transformation. And that will happen for quite a lot of you. The main thing is going to be if you guys can get into the gym, if you guys could get into a routine. I look forward to you doing the daily challenges that come out as well. So on Monday to Friday, there will be daily challenges that you can participate in if you want to. All that does, it just puts a nice little spin on training. So on Monday, it might be a workout that happens. It'll be one of 42. You should be able to see it in your diary now. And it'll be just a workout to complete if you've got time and to challenge yourself with. And then there's going to be one on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I've chilled out on the weekend, and then you're going to do it again Monday to Friday. So these challenges are there just to be an extra. So there's so many ways that you can challenge yourself within this lock-in, but if you can just focus on the minimums, you're just going to get amazing results anyway, because the consistent results are the best ones. So doing the daily movement, the nutrition, checking in and stuff like that. Okay. So common early wins, what's normal? So DOMS. So DOMS is like muscle soreness if you're not used to training. Confidence, what we're doing is we're just winning at getting you to the gym, enjoying the gym. Hunger, playing about with how you feel food-wise. So you might actually notice that you're getting hungrier as you add more training in. So you need to really get on top of how often you're eating and what you're eating, and just making sure you're logging it. And definitely water intake. Most of that appetite and hunger from the amount of water. Let's have a look. So yeah, the main thing at the bottom, you can see the if you only do these 3 things, you'll do well. And that is just going to be when it comes to doing your minimums. So when it comes to your daily steps, your nutrition, and your kind of like habits and stuff like that. Okay. Q&A. Just make sure, like I said, I've been pretty rubbish with my little thing over here. So if you can, like if you're on your phone now, obviously you won't be able to, but if you can jump onto the app and stuff like that and make sure that you can see some stuff popping up, make sure you can see workouts. You all have your workouts. Make sure you can see your habits, some lock-in related stuff as well. If there's some things going wrong with your end, then if you just message me after this little chat, then we can do it individually rather than over this call. But hopefully you should be able to go onto your app, see the lock-in is in place, ready to start on Monday. Monday should have your workout of 1/42. You should be able to go into your workouts and see a bunch of workouts to choose from. There might be a show more button, which will reveal more. So don't think it's only like 4. There should be more than 4, definitely. And then from there, you should be able to see if there's anything like related to the group chat. If you want to chuck something in saying that you're ready and raring to go on Monday. I've just got on here actually a couple of Q&A things that I've had in the past. So when it comes to, what if I can only train 2 days a week? So absolutely fine. Like I said, going back to that previous bit where if you can focus on the 3 things, if you can only do 3 things, do these. Just really focus on your daily steps, your movement, getting your water in, and trying to hit those calorie and protein targets. If you can train, that's a bonus. If you can do the daily challenge, that's a bonus. If you can do a cardio activity, that's a bonus. If you can do, you know what I mean, if you can do a lot more and stuff like that, if you can do your check-ins with pictures and measurements, that's brilliant, because you know it's more important to see how your body changing rather than what the scales say. So definitely keep that in mind when it comes to your checking in. But again, like I said, we'll cover that on check-in day. So yeah, if you can only train 2 days a week, that's absolutely fine. If you can train once a week, that's fine. It's the consistent things you do every day, like brushing your teeth. If you can do that every day, you're winning. What if I'm sore? Soreness might happen if you are going to push yourself. Definitely keep on top of your protein. That's why I really want you guys to knuckle down on just those two, the calories and protein. Make sure you're recovering. Soreness will probably be because the muscles haven't been worked that hard before or for a while. So definitely factor in recovery. That could be going for a gentle workout the next day. So maybe leaving the workouts alone and just doing some movement. Okay, so doing maybe the workouts with just the barbell, just getting some good movement, doing some good stretching. Go for swimming, go for a sauna, anything like that. We can talk about recovery if you want to bring that up in the group chat, but most of those things are usually the ones I go to. Can I swap exercises? Of course. If you go back to gone too far, the app here. Yeah, perfect. This screen here, so where you can see where you log your reps and kilos. If you tap these 3 dots next to the exercise, it should say a word along the lines of substitute, I think is the word. So if you press that substitute button, you'll be able to find something that is relevant to that exercise. So for example, the leg extension, if you clicked on that, it'll bring up something quad related. So it'd be maybe like a lunge, to be fair, wouldn't it? But it might show you dumbbell lunge, it might show you reverse lunge, curtsy lunge, barbell lunge. So it'll show you something relatable. If it doesn't, which I don't know why it wouldn't, that's your moment to be like, hey, I'm planning on doing this workout. Can you give me an alternative? So sometimes workouts will pop up and it might be tough, or it might be you think it's unachievable. That is also a moment for you to shine and chuck in the group chat that you want to do it, but you can't do it because of X, Y, and Z. We find out a way and you still do it. The worst thing and the last thing I want you to do is think, I can't do these, so I'm not going to do anything. Okay, that's not what this 6 weeks is about. It's all about finding your little rhythm and your momentum as well. So yeah, can I swap exercises? You do that. And what if I'm nervous in the gym? So you don't have to go to the gym. It just gives you more equipment to use. If you're already in the gym, obviously you just get in there and work your magic. I'm not going to tell you to join a gym because you doing those daily activities and cleaning up your act when it comes to nutrition and stuff like that is going to do more work for you than going into the gym and making yourself feel uncomfortable and not enjoying it in that point. So that is my Q&A questions. Let me just check in the group chat and see. There's not much in the group chat now. So let me bring up the Q&A slide. So when it comes to like the recording, people know that we're on the Q&A. And yeah, fire away, guys. If you got any questions about the lock-in, this is your time to shine. So unmute or remove your video. But everything should be explainable. This kind of chat that we'll do every week, so kind of what we're doing now, we'll do it this time. I think that worked well. So Sunday at 7 p.m. I will record it every time. So if you can't make those sessions, these sessions with each other, then I can send over the recording to you guys so you can, because it will have a topic as well. So it won't be like you have a recording of us just chatting. I will make the topics more relatable. So for example, the first one could be that everyone's moaning about the cold or I really can't be asked to get up because it's cold. It's like, you know what I mean? Then we start talking about how we can get past that. And it's not all about, you know what I mean, or it's freedom or it's motivation. It's all about like, no, it's training day. You need to go. We need to figure out a way. You need to find like habits, or maybe getting a gym workout in, or finding other ways and opportunities to get those steps in, and just focusing on other things. So it will be topic related. Okay. So feel free to put in the group chat if you have any questions, or feel free to unmute yourself and talk. I'm not seeing many movement or much movement, which is good because that means I've covered most of it.
Deck, quick one.
Go for it.
If I can't do the daily challenge, say that's been set for Wednesday, because I've got other stuff or other commitments, presumably all right to be able to do that at the Saturday, on a Saturday or a Sunday, or at another time, or do 2 daily habits back to back, for example, on a day that I can make it work.
Yeah, good question. We did this in the last lock-in, and that's a really good point. So yeah, if the daily challenges that come up and you can't do the Wednesday one, feel free to, I wouldn't say call it a nutter, because the goal for these daily challenges is that they're short and sweet, that you can do them back to back if you want. So you can do them maybe one in the morning, one in the evening to catch up, or like Nikki said, you could, because there's not going to be one on Saturday and Sunday, you can look back on your app to Wednesday where it's not going to be ticked, and then start the workout and then kind of complete them all. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a great question, Nikki. So if you feel like you are going to miss a couple of the challenges, or you want to keep that streak going, so it's kind of like for those kind of people that have signed up, the people who want to, you know what I mean? Oh, I want to do every single one of them. The box tickers, and that's absolutely fine. If you want to do them all, then do them whenever you can. Like if you're a mentor enough, I'm sure Maria would love to. She'll do Monday to Fridays on Monday if she wants. Tick them all off. But yeah, good question, Nikki. Yeah, nothing in the chat, but that's fine. Like this isn't it. Like this isn't like you're not allowed to chat to me anymore. Please use the group chat. I think you're all on it anyway. If you're not, then message me privately and I'll make sure you're in it. What I would like you to do to show a little bit of presence on the group chat, and you guys that have joined it, I want you to jump on the group chat now and just start writing in 3 of your goals. Just 3 goals that you want to achieve, and really make it like it will happen. You know what I mean? Not one of these like, I want to complete a marathon by the end of the 6 weeks. It's like, I would like to feel confident in the gym and stuff like that. I want to be able to do most of the workouts. I want to go to the gym at least once a week. You know what I mean? Minimums are better than maximums. Like when I used to do inductions and people say they'd be there every day, it's like, let's just start off with you know what I mean, let's just start off with 1 or 2 a week and then build from there, because that's always going to be focusing on you're doing better than you aimed for, rather than what you're worse than what you aimed for. But cool. Thank you for joining this. I planned 30 minutes and it's been 39, so I'm definitely getting better at this. The scripts should be better. I should be using them more.
Really useful. Thanks, Deck. Appreciate it.
That's cool. And hopefully see you this week sometime.
See you Tuesday.
See you, Nikki. Bye.
Bye, Deck. Bye.
So stop recording.